My name is Rebecca Fannin, and welcome to our Startup Asia Forum here in Bangalore. This is our first stop in Bangalore. We've done many other markets outside of India, primarily China, but this is the first time we've done Bangalore, and we hope to be back again next year. We are very thankful for our partners in pulling together this event. I'd like to thank our speakers. We have some of the leading venture capital investors, angel investors, leading entrepreneurs here tonight. We also have our event partner, KPMG. We couldn't have done this without KPMG. Thank you so much for your support. And we have a law firm, Dorsey. John Krishman is here, with Kenneth Kwok is here, and also their India law firm partner, S&R Associates. So we thank them for their support. We thank you for being here. And we are going to have a very interesting evening tonight of tech chats and VC panel discussions, followed by a dinner. So I hope that you'll all stay around for that. And I also hope that you'll be reading my column in Forbes. I've been writing weekly for Forbes for 4 years now. And I've been writing a lot about India lately because there's been so much activity from new funds that are being here introduced, and also entrepreneurs getting massive rounds of financing, like the SoftBank deal with Ola Cabs. We have the CEO of Ola Cabs here tonight. So I think we're following this story, and I think it's time for Startup India. I covered China first, and starting in about 2001, and covered the China story, and moved into India and have been covering the India story. So I think India is, this gap between China and India is going to narrow, and I think we're going to start to see really a lot of success stories out of India. So I'd like to say thank you for being here, and let's move on to our first speaker of the evening to deliver his welcome remarks, and that is Verun Gupta. He is a partner at KPMG. He's focused on transactions, restructuring, M&A, and advisory. And he's been with KPMG here for 4 years. So I'd like to welcome Verun to the stage.
A very warm welcome to everyone here. And hopefully this is the start of a regular annual feature that promotes the startup ecosystem in India. This is something that KPMG has partnered with around the world, and we've seen some significant traction in multiple economies in terms of how the startup ecosystem has evolved and the key elements that it needs to be able to become a sustainable infrastructure in the country. So I hope that today you find the event fruitful. We hope that the event is held every year and the participation grows, and next year we see at least twice the number of people that are here, and that should be quite interesting. We've got a small presentation which I will run you through. More just to give a perspective on how the Indian technology landscape is evolving, and what it means for both investors and entrepreneurs alike. I think where we are is at a very interesting stage of evolution in India. There was a report that came out today that we have now surpassed US as the second largest internet user economy in the world. So we are the second largest number of internet users, which is quite good. It's largely a mobile phenomenon, as all of you I'm sure are aware. And there are significant challenges in terms of financial inclusion, credit card usage, and the ability to make money online. There continue to be challenges in terms of physical logistics infrastructure and delivery infrastructure. There continue to be challenges in terms of taxation, government policies, and clearances. And hopefully some of those are being addressed. I'm sure some of you share the frustration that they're probably not being addressed fast enough, or rigorously enough for them to be sensible. But I think directionally we are heading in the right direction. So I think, the numbers clearly are big. We will be a 20 billion market next year in terms of online. And by 2020, just the e-tailing market will be a $45 billion market. So, everyone I talk to who's investing in this space, I think they're looking at two fundamental drivers. One is that we have a large consumer economy. Yes, obvious. But the second one is, and I look at my own children, and they will probably, by the time they're teenagers, they will have evolved from buying stuff at the Kinara shop or at small stores to buying stuff online. The entire mall culture may almost surpass them in India, because the physical infrastructure around that and the retail infrastructure around that may never develop to the degree developed in a country like America. And that's quite an interesting space, because you will have an entire generation of people who will grow up on online. And for that, there is a sore need of capital. I don't think there's an issue in terms of ideas in India. What we're seeing now, clearly, over the last 3 months, several investors have put the Indian e-commerce market at least on fire. Again, some of the building blocks are here. The question, I suppose, is for anyone who's a budding entrepreneur or who's looking to do a startup, what are the ingredients they need to get right? And I speak to a lot of people who are struggling with bootstrap capital. They've got good ideas, and what they're lacking is initial funding or places to go out for funding to at least get their ideas to a concept stage, which continues to be a challenge in India, because while there is risk capital coming in, most people want a proof of concept before they will move on or before they'll invest. And the other one is mentors who can actually guide them on how to get them from a point of an idea to effectively get to a proven concept. So, with that, there have been several deals that have happened in the industry. Some that we've got here. What I hope will happen by the time we get to next year is that this list is significantly longer, and some of the people in this room are hopefully their names are listed on that list as well. So I hope you have a good event. I look forward to interacting with a lot of you during the course of this evening, and welcome once again.